Hello students, welcome in my channel Amazing Chem Path. So student, in today's lecture we are going to discuss very important discussions about the chemical reactions. So what are the chemical reactions actually? Correct. So in today's lecture we are going to discuss chemical reactions and the important conditions which is actually required for performing the chemical reactions. So let us discuss what is the chemical reactions. So chemical reactions means actually what? So chemical reactions is the change. Okay, it's a change in which there is a transformation of reactant into different types of product. Understand? So you have to understand the concept. What is chemical reaction actually? So chemical reactions is a type of change. Is a type of change in which reactant converts into two or more different products. Correct? So this is the chemical reactions. See, understand the meaning of this. This is a type of change. Chemical reactions means what actually? It is a type of change in which reactant convert or transform. Okay, so you can write transformation also. Transformation, correct? Convert or transformation into two or more different products. Understand? So two or more different products are forming. So obviously their chemical properties, correct? So their chemical properties. So chemical properties of the reactant, and chemical properties of the product are varies. Understand? So these chemical properties of the reactant as well chemical properties of the product are different. Understand? So this is nothing but the chemical reactions. To understand the meaning of chemical reactions, see once again, chemical reactions is the type of change in which reactants conversion or transformations takes place into two or more different types of products, and they are having different types of chemical properties. This is the type of chemical reactions. Okay, so this is the chemical reaction. Now question is there in front of you. Let us see one example. For example, A plus B gives C plus D. This is general reactions I am talking. Okay, so A plus B gives the C plus D. A and B is called as the reactant. A and B is called as the reactant, while C and D is called as the product. It's called as the product. In yesterday's lecture already we have discussed about this. Correct? So reactant is the left side part, product is the right side part. Okay. So this is the reactant. Now question is that the reactant properties and the product properties are the same? No. So they are different. They are showing the different types of property. That is also very important. Correct? So there is the transformations of this reactant. Correct? So this is two reactants combined together and chemical reactions takes place under certain conditions. Very important. Correct? Under certain conditions, the reactants convert into product, and the chemical properties of the reactant and chemical properties of the products are totally different. This is very important. But I use the word under certain conditions. So what are the different conditions? That also we are going to discuss in this lecture. So before that, students, one important points I have to discuss with you. Whenever chemical reactions takes place, there is the transfer of the reactant into product, but at the same time keeping in mind that there is the bond breaking and bond formations takes place. So there is the chemical bonding. is also going to change. Correct. So what is the chemical bonding, breakage and formations? That also I will be explaining within a few minutes to you. So keep in your mind, whenever the chemical reactions is going to take place, there is the chemical bonding. So chemical bond or chemical bonding is breaking and formation steps is also taking place. Now what is the chemical bond? Chemical bond is the force of attraction. It is a force of attractions between the atoms in the molecules which is going to break, and at the same time there is the formations of the bond. So reactants bond is going to break down and product sides bond is going to form. Correct. So that's why the chemical bonding is going to formations, and breaking also takes place during the chemical reactions. This is also one important part. Okay. So after that, students, we have to keep in mind what are the necessary conditions or what are the required conditions to perform the chemical reactions. So let us discuss some few conditions I will tell you. So what are the important conditions for the performing the chemical reactions? So out of that, one is the first conditions. I will write here conditions for the chemical reactions. So the first condition is there. So some chemical reactions require the performations of the different types of the different conditions. Correct. So some chemical reactions require the conditions like there is the basic conditions. Before that, the basic conditions for performing the chemical reactions is the close contact. Close contact. So close contact of what, students? This is again the questions. Close contact of the reactant. Okay. So reactant should be close to each other. Correct. Suppose one reactant is there and one reactant is very far away. How the chemical reactions will be performed? Simple. So there should be the close contact between the reactants. One reactant here and one another. So there should be the chemical reaction should be takes place. Understand? So there should be the close contact between the reactants. This is the first conditions. Second conditions, some chemical reactions require the light. Okay? Some chemical reactions require the light to perform the chemical reactions, like photosynthesis reactions require the light. Understand? So without light, it can't perform. Correct? Secondly, third, some chemical reactions require the heat, students. So we have to provide the heat to perform the chemical reactions. Understand? So heat is another one important necessary condition to perform the chemical reactions. Then student, some chemical reactions require the pressure. So pressure is also important conditions to perform the chemical reactions. So under the certain pressure, we can perform the chemical reaction. Some chemical reactions require electricity. Very important. Electricity also required. And electricity is required for the electrolysis. So in the electrolysis process, electricity is required. Understand? So this is also one important condition. Some chemical reactions require the catalyst. So very important discussion, student. So the role of the catalyst, you know that it increases the rate of reaction. The rate means what? Speed of the reactions. So some chemical reactions require the catalyst also. So catalyst role is also very important to increase the rate of reactions. If you are going to perform the reaction in a quick way, or we can say that in a time durations, particular time durations. So at that times we have to use the catalyst. So catalyst increase the rate of reactions. I mean, what is the catalyst? It increases the rate of reaction, but it does not take part in the chemical reactions. That also you have to keep in mind. Okay. So that is the catalyst, and there are two types of catalyst also, positive catalyst and negative catalyst. That is the next part of this syllabus that we are going to discuss afterwards. तो बच्चों, अभी आज के लेक्चर में हमने जो डिस्कशंस चालू किया है वो केमिकल रिएक्शंस के रिलेटेड. तो केमिकल रिएक्शंस एक्चुअली होती क्या है, तो ये मैंने आपको बताया. तो केमिकल रिएक्शन बच्चों क्या होती है कि एक टाइप ऑफ चेंज ही है. तो इसमें क्या होता है, रिएक्टेंट्स का ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होता है, रिएक्टेंट का कन्वर्जन होता है, और इसमें हमें दो या दो से ज्यादा भी प्रोडक्ट्स मिल सकते हैं. अभी देखिए, रिएक्टेंट और प्रोडक्ट ये दोनों की प्रॉपर्टी अलग भी होने वाली है. तो केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज भी उसके वेरीज होने वाली है। तो वही मैंने आपको इधर बताया कि टाइप ऑफ चेंज इन विच द रिएक्टेंट्स ट्रांसफॉर्म कन्वर्ट इनटू द टू और मोर डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट्स हैविंग द डिफरेंट केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज। ये होता है केमिकल रिएक्शंस। समझ में आ रहा है? ये होगा आपका केमिकल रिएक्शंस। और जनरल इक्वेशन से हमने देखा है A प्लस बी गिव C प्लस डी, एक रिएक्शंस लिया है जनरल, तो इसमें आपको रिएक्टेंट A भी बताया है, प्रोडक्ट C भी बताया है। तो ये जब होता है तो रिएक्टेंट्स और प्रोडक्ट इसका टोटली चेंज हो गया है, तो इसके केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज भी वेरी होने वाले हैं। समझ में आ रहा है? अब जब भी केमिकल रिएक्शंस होता है तब एक चीज आपको याद रखना है कि इधर केमिकल जो बॉन्ड है वो भी मॉलिक्यूल्स में का, एटम में का ब्रेक होने वाला है और नया बॉन्ड बनने वाला है। तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट है। जब भी केमिकल रिएक्शंस होता है तो केमिकल बॉन्डिंग का भी ब्रेकेज एंड फॉर्मेशंस भी होता है। तो आपको मैंने ये भी बताया कि व्हाट इज अ केमिकल बॉन्ड। केमिकल बॉन्ड्स में क्या होता है? इट इज द फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शंस। ठीक है, केमिकल बॉन्ड इज द फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शंस व्हिच होल्ड द एटम टुगेदर इन द मॉलिक्यूल्स और कंपाउंड्स। ठीक है, तो ये फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शंस एक्चुअली होता है केमिकल बॉन्ड, और वो एटम्स को होल्ड करके रखता है। और जब भी केमिकल रिएक्शंस होती है तो ये फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन रिलीज होता है, मींस ब्रेकिंग होता है और फिर से फॉर्म होता है। तो ऐसे ही केमिकल बॉन्डिंग में हमें मालूम होनी चाहिए कि जो केमिकल रिएक्शंस में होती है। उसके बाद में इंपॉर्टेंट डिस्कशंस किया है कि केमिकल रिएक्शन जब होती है उसकी कंडीशंस क्या है, हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू परफॉर्म द केमिकल रिएक्शन अंडर सर्टेन कंडीशंस। तो कुछ चीजें मैंने इधर बताया कि रिएक्टेंट का क्लोज कांटेक्ट होना चाहिए तब ये केमिकल रिएक्शंस परफॉर्म होगी। उसके बाद में कुछ केमिकल रिएक्शंस के लिए लाइट की जरूरत है, कुछ केमिकल रिएक्शंस के लिए हीट की जरूरत है, कुछ केमिकल रिएक्शंस अंडर प्रेशर होते हैं, कुछ केमिकल रिएक्शंस के लिए इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रोवाइड करती है, जैसे कि इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस की प्रोसेस है उसमें इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की जरूरत पड़ती है। और कुछ केमिकल रिएक्शंस हमें कैटलिस्ट यूज करके भी करना पड़ता है जो स्पीड ऑफ रिएक्शंस बढ़ाता है, यानी उसका स्पीड बढ़ाएगा, रेट ऑफ रिएक्शंस बढ़ता है। कैटलिस्ट कैटलिस्ट के भी दो टाइप होते हैं, एक पॉजिटिव कैटलिस्ट होता है, एक नेगेटिव कैटलिस्ट होता है, जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया कि मैं आगे के लेक्चर्स में आपसे डिस्कस करने वाला। तो यही है आपका आज का टॉपिक बच्चों, केमिकल रिएक्शंस क्या होते हैं और उसके लिए नेसेसरी कंडीशन क्या होती है। आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड द कंसेप्ट। ऐसे ही चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, लाइक कीजिए और अच्छी वीडियो अपने फ्रेंड को भी शेयर कीजिए। सो तब तक के लिए थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू, हैव अ नाइस डे।